This application is about GPA calculation. So the program will ask the user to input the number 1 or number 2. The number 1 is about the GPA calculation, and the number 2 is about the system. So when I want to calculate the GPA or grade point average, I just choose the number 1, and the program will ask me that how many courses. So for example, I put 4 courses, and then the program will ask me in the grade letter for the course number 1 or the first course. For example, I get for A, like this, and in the credit hour, 3.5 hour. The course number 2, for example, B, and the credit hour I put 2.5 hour, and the third course I get for B plus, and the credit hours, for example, 4 hours. The 4 course, the grade letter, for example, I get for C plus, and the credit hour, for example, 6 hours. So the program will calculate that your GPA is 3.13, like this. So after I complete for the GPA calculation, I want to exit the system. I just put the number 2. Then the program will ask me that, do you want to exit the system? For example, I don't want to, I just put no. And we go back to calculate about GPA calculation. But I put the number 2 again, and I say yes. So the program will exit the system. In this script, I'll show you how to create the GPA Calculation App. In here, GPA is mean grade point average, which they will use in the college and university. So to do that, first we will create the variable that we will use in the program. So in here, I'll write GPA. G is mean grade, and P is mean point, and A is from average. So I will write calculation app. Like this. So below the GPA calculation app, I will write the variable that we use in the program. So in the program, we use the cost count. We use this one. Why? This one we use to count the number of courses, right? So before you calculate the GPA, you once then must have many subject or many courses, right? So we will count that how many courses do you have. So it means that to count the number of student course right here. And the next is we use this one grade. This one we use to get value of letter grade. To get value of letter grade from user, This means that the user will input the letter, which will be A, B, C, right? Or A plus B plus something like that. And next we use the credit, right? Credit. For the credit, we use to get the value of credit, right? So this means that every subject or every course, it will have the credit. So to get the value of credit, to get the value of credits for each course, right? Each course like this. And next we use for the grade point. For the grade point, we will to use to get the value of points for each student, right? So to get the value of point for each course. And the next will be after that we have to use the total points. Total point. For the total point, it means that we will summarize all the points from all of the courses, right? So it means that to summarize the total points, the total points for all courses, and they be used for total credit. Total credit. The total credit is mean that we to summarize the total credits for all courses, right? To summarize the total credit for all courses, and the next we will use for the GPA, right? GPA is mean that grade point average. So we use this one to get value of GPA points, right? To get value of GPA point and for the GPA point, we will get the value that from the calculation between total points and credit points. So the next we will use the option. Why we use option? Option for we show the menu, right? We separate the menu. So this means that the user, you have to choose the menu to operate the program. So here is mean option to choose the kind of operation like this. And the last one we use for our easy system. So when the user finish the operation or the GPA calculation, they will exit the system. So in that case, we use the variable exit, right, to stop the program. This means exit the system when user finish operation. So this about the program, the variable that we use in our program. So now we will declare, right? So now we'll declare it. So to do that, we will have the double, right? The data type for double. And for double, we have the credits like this. And then we have for grade point. And then GPA, and then we have our total point, and this one we give the initial value for 0, and the next will be total credit. This variable will also give the value for 0. And the next we will have for integer data type. In here we have cost count, right? Cost count. And then we have for option and exit the system. This one we get the initial value for 1. This. And the next we will have the string for grade, right? This one grade will be later, so we use the string. After that, we will start to develop the detail of the program. So in here, our app will start from here, right? So we say app start, right? Let's start. And for the app start, we use the while loop. So here inside we write true like this, and we will write the detail of the program inside the while loop. So in here I will write n app start ms start like this. So for the inside we will write about the message to show to the user that what user will do. So inside that I will tell the user that what is about this program and what user will do. So I will write console, write this one, And in here I will write that is write GPA Calculation application, this one. So just copy this one, this, and after that you show to the user that this program is about GPA Calculation App. And after that we say the user to enter the number. So console.write, please enter the following number. Please enter the following number, like this, and console.write. In here we have number 1, right? You say number 1 we say GPA calculation. That means if you put the number 1, that means you want to calculate the GPA. And the next, for the number 2, we just is it, right? So when the user finish the GPA calculation, the user can exit the program by put the number 2. Then the program will stop. So after you ask the user to put the number, you have to use a variable to get the value. So in here we will use the option, right? So it's OPT, this one. So this one we use to get the values, convert to int 32 and console.read line. Use the function to read the data. So after you get the value, you need to know that number 1 or number 2. So to do that, we use the switch. So the next we will do that the kind of menu to make operation. The kind of menu to make operation for user, right? So in here I will write for switch. So OPT, this one in here. So inside the switch we will write the case 1 and case 2, right? So we have case 1. So after the case we have to break, right? Break the system. And for the case number 1, we will do about calculate GPA, right? So say calculate GPA. And after that we have the case number 2. This one break. And the last one we have about the default. This one also break like this. And for the number 2, we talk about is the system, right? So in here I will write easy system. Easy the system when user finish operation and the and for the default video tell the user to input, right? Tell user to input the number one or two only, like this. This means that when the user put the number 3 or other number that is not 1 and 2, in the case like that, the program will ask the user to input again, which will be the number 1 or number 2 only. So now we complete about the switch, and in here I can write and this one and about the switch with about the kind of menu to make operation, right? So this one I will copy this and I will write in here like this. So the next we are going to create the detail for the case number 1 and case number 2 and the default finally. So now we are going to create about case number 1. So the case number 1, the first we ask the user to input the cost, right, to calculate the GPA or grade point average. That means that the student has many costs, right, and we need the point for each cost to calculate the GPA. So we have to ask the user in here. So we say how many costs, right? How many costs? That is question mark, and need the user to input here, but we don't need to enter the new line, so we just use write only like this. So after that we use the variable to get that value. So in here we use the value for cost count, this one, to get the value, and in here we use in dot press, this one, and inside here we use console dot read line, this one, like this. And after that, after we get the cost count or the number of the cost, so we ask the user to put the points and the credit for each cost. So in here I will write summarize total points and total credits. Summarize total point and total credit, this. So here I will use the for loop. So I have in I equal 1, and then I must less than or equal the cost count, and I plus this one, and inside here we will ask the user to enter the grade, enter letter grade such A, right, B, C plus, that is. So to do that, so when the user input the letter, so we have the condition that we have the A, B, C until F only. So the other letter that is not in that rank will be the program will be ask the user to input again. So in that case, we need to repeat, right? So when we need to repeat, I will use the while loop to ask the user. By the case that the letter is in the rank, the program will go to the next step only. So here we use while to do that. While loop, and here true, this one, and here I can write n and this one, just copy this one to be in here, that is. So inside here I will write the statement to ask the user. So I say console.write, and in here we have the dollar this, and I will say enter letter grade for course, enter letter grade for course, and I say this one, I like this, and then we use this one. So that is okay. So when we ask the user to enter the letter, we have to use the variable to get a value. So in this case we use the grade, right? This grade. Console read write, right? Console.read line, and when we read we need the upper. We say to upper, we need a capital letter only. This means that when the user input even the letter that is not capital letter, the program will automatically change that to be the capital letter. So this, so when the user input the grade, the letter grade, we have to check, right? So in here I will write check the letter grade to be, check the letter grade to be as defined so in here we will use the if statement to check. So if we have a grade, that is this one, grade equal A, that is, so we break. This means that if there are the grade that first input is matched in the case we declare right A until F only, that means the program will exceed the while loop. That means will not ask the user to input again. Else, if grade so it will be B plus, also be break like this. So in here I just copy this one, because we have to check many. For example, after the B we have B only, and after that we have B minus, and then we have C plus, and we have only C, and then we have C minus, then we have D plus, and we have D only, and the last one we have for F like this. And it means that we check if in the rank from A to F, that means the program will exceed the while loop. So otherwise it means it's not in that case. You ask the user to input again. So in the case I will say dot write in here, and I say try again. So in here I will say please enter the following letter only. Please enter the following letter only, like this. So in here I will write console to write this one, have A right, B plus B and B minus C plus C and C minus. The next are D plus and D only, and the last one will be F like this. So now we show the user that put these letters only.